The road to the Robbie continues this weekend with electric matchups. The postseason has featured upsets, close games, and one contest heading to triple overtime. We have all the action covered this week on Today in the NA. I'm Ava Crushon. Let's first take a closer look at the first team to punch their ticket to the division final. The Corpus Christi Ice Rays are heading to their first South Division final since 2017. The Ice Rays battled the Shreveport Mudbugs on the road this past weekend. After the Mudbugs edged Corpus Christi out of the number 2 spot in the South Division regular season standings, the Ice Rays were hungry to take down Shreveport. This hard-fought series started with a bang with a triple overtime matchup that ended with the Ice Rays securing a 2-1 victory. The scoring started in the final frame with a goal from Aiden Pooley and Will Reardon. As the teams took the ice time and time again during overtime, Corpus Christi was able to end the postseason thriller with a goal by Pearson Sobush. Both netminders were in the blue paint for over 100 minutes and both faced at least 57 shots. Heading into Saturday night, the Ice Rays struck first with a goal. Less than 3 minutes later, the Mudbugs got on the board with an equalizer. As the game stayed tied until the last 5 minutes of the contest, the Ice Rays were able to tally a pair of goals to give them a 3-1 victory. With a 2-0 series lead heading into Monday night's matchup, the Ice Rays were heading back to their home crowd as they continued to face the Mudbugs. This final South Division semifinal game featured a 3-0 shutout for Corpus Christi. The hero of the series was Ice Rays netminder Benji Motu. Motu was an important mid-season addition from the Maryland Black Bears. He notched his first shutout as an Ice Ray and did not allow more than 1 goal in any game this past week. With more divisional semis coming up, 5 out of the 7 matchups could end with 1 win. Here are 3 stats to keep your eyes on heading into tonight. 3 out of the 4 third-ranked squads swept the weekend. The only 3 seed to not sweep was the Maine Nordiques, splitting with the Maryland Black Bears. Only 2 teams benefited from home ice advantage. The Rochester Junior Americans and Lone Star Brahmas swept their series over the weekend. The only 1 seed to leave the weekend winless was the Bismarck Bobcats against the Aberdeen Wings. A tight series between Maine and Maryland continues at the Colisee. Maine took the victory during Friday night's contest with a 4-3 come-from-behind win. All 4 goals by the Nords were scored in the final 20 minutes. Saturday night's showdown featured Maryland's netminder dominating in the blue paint. Marco Billick produced a 34-save shutout and helped the Black Bears even out the series. The Rochester Junior Americans got rowdy this past weekend and swept the Johnstown Tomahawks. The Junior Americans are 1 win away from securing a spot in the East Division Finals for the first time in franchise history. The series heads to Johnstown, where the Tomahawks hope to turn their luck and keep their playoff aspirations alive. The Minot Minotauros snapped their 2-week losing streak with a weekend sweep over the Austin Bruins. Minot played extremely well against a very competitive Central Division rival. Their weekend started with a 3-1 victory at the Riverside Arena. The Taros then charged ahead of the Bruins with a 2-1 overtime win on Saturday. The North Dakota squad is knocking on the door for the Central Division Finals. 1 more win for Minot would promise them a spot as they continue their hunt for the Robertson Cup. The Central Division chaos continues with the number 4 ranked Aberdeen Wings sweeping the Bismarck Bobcats. The Wings barely edged out a spot for the postseason 2 weeks ago, and now they are 1 win away from heading to the Central Division Finals. Aberdeen produced back-to-back overtime victories and snapped the Bobcats' 13-game win streak. The Wings currently ride an 11-game heater as they head to their home ice to take on Bismarck again this weekend. The 2 Wisconsin squads are split heading into this weekend series. The weekend started with a bang for the Wisconsin Wendigo when they produced a 7-3 victory against their in-state rivals, the Chippewa Steel. However, the Steel did not back down to the challenge heading into Game 2. That following night featured Chippewa's netminder, Devin Shaker, producing his 4th shutout of the season with a 34-save performance. The Steel are hoping to get to their first Midwest Division final in franchise history, while the Wendigo are looking to return for the 2nd straight year. The series between 2 Alaska rivals continues at the Sullivan Arena. The Anchorage Wolverines last weekend swept the Fairbanks Ice Dogs at the Big Dipper Ice Arena and now are one win away from heading back to the Midwest Division Finals. This weekend series will be a hard-fought series for the Ice Dogs since the Wolverines have only lost 8 games at home, with 3 of them being shootout losses. Finally, we head south as the Lone Star Brahmas head to Albuquerque and face the New Mexico Ice Wolves. Leading into this series, Lone Star swept the Ice Wolves with back-to-back 4-goal performances. The Brahmas netminder Ryan Cameron produced a 29-save shutout on Friday night and then allowed only 1 goal on Saturday night. The Brahmas are in the hunt to keep the Robertson Cup at their home rink and produce consecutive national championships.